How's it going, all and sundry? It's Sam. Brad Garlinghouse just said he changed into carried out. He's performed with it, he's sick of it. He also talks about what he owns, what cryptos he owns, and it is not just XRP, he owns different cryptos as nicely. We have Nvidia have a massive crash, $610 billion, the largest unmarried drop in a day by way of over 2x. Okay. Now over 2x. We'll communicate about that at the side of a new business enterprise. It really is mining Bitcoin in Russia. It's honestly a energy enterprise. And we're simply going to speak about the market rebounding. If you do not thoughts, hit subscribe, turn on the bell, notification beneath the video so that you can see future films similar to this. We're going to maintain it short because I must go here in a 2D, but the marketplace is rebounding. All day we have been speaking approximately how the market's falling, but it's overreacting. It's overreacting to what we're seeing. It's overreacting to DeepSeek AI that looks as if it is fraudulent, like how an awful lot they may be. Supposedly they spent $6 million, but yet businesses that spend $6 billion, $60 billion are around in the equal area that they are. This is coming out of China. I felt like this was an overreaction, but Nvidia did fall these days extensively. Like I said, $610 billion, that freaks out the market. The largest drop earlier than this changed into $279 billion from Nvidia, and before that had become $251 billion from Meta. And then the alternative too also are Nvidia drops of $228 billion and $212 billion. So Nvidia, exquisite, unstable, exceptional, large employer as properly. This is what takes place if you have something this has grown to be so massive. But as I stated, nowadays, I suppose this is overblown. I suppose we are going to see a leap. We saw Bitcoin hit the precise point on the downsloping resistance that we might want to see for it to bounce up, flip the resistance into assist. And what do you realize? It bounced. We saw XRP leap up pretty nicely as properly, and sorry for the lights in right here, it's quite awful, but in the customer we did talk approximately how we had been setting on lengthy positions. We had been starting positions on BithiumX. There may be a hyperlink to that under the video. There are also hyperlinks to Blowfin, BTCC, Weeks, and CoinWham as nicely, but we have been setting it on some positions there because there was a stunning setup. And of direction, we will constantly fall down. I say this will likely give way simply due to the fact I'm pronouncing it now, however we may want to usually cave in. With that being stated, even though we are simply getting increasingly more proper news. Senator Lum has simply announced the digital asset dream team. Let's get to paintings. Senator Tom Tillis, these are their handles on Twitter, so they is probably a little bit off at the name. Senator Haggerty, Senator McCormick PA, Bernie Moreno, after which a couple others. So yeah, they may be getting the team geared up. The Avengers are ready to take on the crypto industry or to assist out the crypto industry in place of take it on. We have information that the state-owned energy corporation Rossetti is going to begin mining Bitcoin using excess strength. This is in Russia. Russia's in the sport. They are paying interest. They are accumulating. Phil Kwok, don't know that name before nowadays, but he stated simply, got off the cell phone with the, and I can inform you, the stuff we are hearing is going to be 24-karat gold. The international isn't equipped for what is coming. He's so hyped. Now, speaking of that, Brad Garlinghouse said that he is over. He's executed with what is taking place right now. He's unwell of it. We've seen a lot of tribalism where a number of Bitcoin maxis had been pushing towards XRP communities, announcing they're stopping the Bitcoin strategic reserve. They're pissed about it too. Brad Garlinghouse has this to mention. Some thoughts on maximalism. Let me say this as virtually as I can. The crypto industry has a real shot right here and now to achieve the many desires within commonplace if we paint things together as opposed to tearing each different down. This isn't and in no way may be a zero-sum game. I own XRP, Bitcoin, and Ethereum, among a handful of others. We stay in a multi-chain, international, and I've encouraged for a staged playing area as opposed to one token, as opposed to every other. If a government digital asset reserve is created, I accept as true with it should constitute the industry. Now, not just one token, whether or not it is BTC, XRP, or something else. Maximalism stays the enemy of crypto progress, and I'm very satisfied to look fewer and fewer parents join this previous and misinformed thinking. I've been saying this as well. It's surely irritating to peer this type of maximism, whether you're a Bitcoin maxi or not. The fact is, these are businesses that want their cryptos to be protected. You understand. You can not fault them for that. Now, with that being said, I think XRP probably ought to do definitely nicely inside the destiny, with the banking enterprise being complete of insiders that want to push their personal stuff. I can certainly see XRP, which is a very centralized entity, doing prop. And it looks as if they have got loads of connections. With that being said, I actually have talked about in the Patreon putting on some lengthy trades on XRP. Now, he placed on a few trades for some different cryptos nowadays. I did open up greater spots by way of the manner. We've had 3 or 4 human beings join up nowadays. So if you want, there's a link to that under the video. But it is thrilling to hear from Brad that he does own several specific cryptos. He's now not Max, he's saying, I'm not going to buy Ethereum or Bitcoin. No, he likely does what most people must do, and he diversifies, right? He diversifies within an enterprise. This is developing right away. And he desires to have a handful of various cryptos. It makes feel, right? Instead of trying to pick out the exact winner, wager at the high quality bets in the enterprise, and then you'll arise and you will probably do quite properly over the years. I assume it makes sense perhaps in case you want so as to have a heavier Bitcoin because it stood the take a look out of time. It has stayed as the most important cryptocurrency at some stage in the last decade or the final decade. And yeah, I suppose it is less volatile than the others, but it's far interesting to look, Brad, say that, of course, we should retain to watch Ripple Day, I suppose, starts off Evolve the next day. As we heard from that, it will be interesting to see too, is there something new that they're operating on? Do they have got any big partnerships? Does this reason the token to pump? Overall, we're seeing a pleasant soar on Bitcoin. As I said, I think that is overblown and well known. And it really is why I attempt to continue making videos day by day, going over the information, talk about what people are pronouncing, and then speaking about the long term. So in the remaining video, I said, good day, this might be a terrific time if you have a protracted term outlook to greenback fee average or to place, maybe position some long positions in area. Now we're up a few percent on our long positions from in advance. Nowadays, I talked about it in the hour, lengthy Q&A. And yeah, to this point, I think it is searching incredible. We do have a big week. Tomorrow we've earnings. Wednesday we've profits. Thursday we've earnings. We have a Jerome Powell on Wednesday, we have GDP on Thursday, and then Friday we've PCE. So yeah, there is greater volatility coming. This is not the end of the volatility this week. We could see huge swings to the upside and the downside. Let me know your thoughts on this under the video. Where do you sit down with XRP? Do you like XRP? Do you sort of simply no longer be aware of it, or are you a person that actively dislikes it? Right? Do you suspect they're trying to wreck the industry or something? Let me recognize. Down below inside the feedback segment. Also, permit me realize if you did any shopping for right here today. Were you greenback value averaging on this dip? It seems exciting. So a number of the large tech shares that I think might not be affected in any respect. If there are decreased cost AIs, we are selling off nowadays. So yeah, I just maintain to live lengthy time period consciousness, retain to dollar price common into excessive, satisfactory tech stocks, Amazon, Google, and Yo as properly, and then preserve to alternate. I even have my lengthy term baggage of crypto and I'm maintaining onto it, child. I am excited for the year to come. Let me know your mind, even though, down beneath inside the comments section, and I'll see you all within the next one. Check out BitNext and Weeks and PTCC and CoinW and Blow from Beneath. Thanks a lot. See you in the subsequent one. Bye.